Get ready for non-stop NBA action. The Spurs' incredible streak is over. Victor Wembanyama faced a tough loss against the Knicks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is back and leading the Thunder to the top of the power rankings. The Pistons are heating up, and the Celtics are making moves. We've got all the breakdowns, the biggest games, and what it all means for the playoff push. Don't miss a second, hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Spurs hype train just hit a brick wall, and it was a brutal public spectacle. After a week of breathless hype, declaring Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs as bona fide contenders, even finals hopefuls, they were absolutely dismantled by the New York Knicks on national television. The energy in Madison Square Garden was electric, feeding off the Spurs' stunning downfall, a stark contrast to the week prior when the Spurs were sweeping opponents and dominating headlines. This loss wasn't just a defeat, it was a public humbling, a reminder that the journey from emerging talent to championship contender is a marathon, not a sprint. The media narrative has already flipped, from Spurs are here to Spurs aren't ready, highlighting the volatile nature of sports commentary. The team's core issues, shots not falling, turnovers, and a lack of rebounding, were exposed, but this is seen as a learning experience rather than a fundamental flaw. The cycle of praise and criticism is part of the league, and for Spurs fans, the message is clear. Enjoy the ride, but don't get lost in the noise. Don't go anywhere, because the league's top teams are making their own statements. Next, we're diving deep into the latest NBA power rankings, where one team has reclaimed the top spot. The Oklahoma City Thunder are back on top. With Shai Gilgeous-Alexander healthy and leading the charge, the Thunder have reclaimed the #1 spot in the latest NBA power rankings. This comes after a dominant stretch that saw them become the first team to clinch a playoff spot. But it's not just OKC dominating. The San Antonio Spurs, despite a recent stumble against the Knicks, are still a force, sweeping February and showing flashes of brilliance. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons continue to impress, showcasing their strength and preparing for the playoff grind. We're breaking down all the major movers and shakers, highlighting the biggest games left on the schedule for every team as the regular season winds down. From the top contenders to the teams fighting for their playoff lives, get the full picture of where every franchise stands and what matchups you absolutely cannot miss. But the action doesn't stop there, as other teams are making serious noise. Get ready for a look at the Knicks Playoff Seeding chase and their ideal matchups as the season winds down. The New York Knicks are navigating a crucial stretch as the NBA playoffs loom, and their current seeding is setting up a fascinating race for the best possible matchups. With the regular season winding down, every game counts for teams looking to avoid the toughest opponents in the early rounds. We're analyzing the Knicks' recent performance, their strengths and weaknesses, and projecting how their final games could impact their final standing. Will they secure a top seed, or will they face a more challenging path? We'll explore the implications of their potential playoff opponents and what it means for their championship aspirations. This is more than just wins and losses. It's about strategic positioning for a deep postseason run. And speaking of statements, one team just ended a major winning streak. We're breaking down all the top storylines, including how the Knicks snapped the Spurs' hot streak and who else is shining. Sunday was a massive day in the NBA, and we've got the highlights you need to know. The New York Knicks delivered a statement win, snapping the San Antonio Spurs' impressive 11-game winning streak in a dominant performance at Madison Square Garden. Victor Wembanyama showed flashes of brilliance, but the Knicks' collective effort proved too much. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is back and firing on all cylinders, leading the Oklahoma City Thunder to another victory and solidifying their top spot. The Detroit Pistons are also heating up, showing why they're a force to be reckoned with, and the Boston Celtics continue their strong play. We're diving into these key results and more, dissecting what they mean for the playoff picture as the regular season races towards its conclusion. Plus, we'll look ahead to the critical matchups that will shape the final standings. Stay tuned, because the playoff picture is getting clearer, and the stakes are higher than ever. Don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up all the NBA action you need with our lightning round recap and a full call to action. What a week in the NBA. The Spurs streak is over, but Victor Wembanyama is still turning heads. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is back and leading the Thunder to the top. The Pistons and Celtics are making serious playoff pushes. Don't miss any of the action, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive NBA content.